So, you see the game last night?
No. I had a bunch of homework.
Man, you should have seen it. Michael was just incredible.
Michael who?
Michael Jordan.
You guys are on a first-name basis?
Well, of course not. I've never met the guy.
Then why do you call him Michael? You make it sound as if you get together every Friday night for pizza or something.
Hey, Bill, are you okay?
I don't know. It's just that $50 getting stolen.
Man, it happened. There's nothing you can do about it.
But I can't help thinking, maybe it was my fault. Maybe it did get stolen when I was over at the clothing store with Roxanne.
Look, so you left the cafe for a couple minutes. So what? That still doesn't make it your fault. I mean, how are you supposed to know someone was going to rob the place?
But it was still my responsibility. I mean, besides, I gotta have the people in the school wondering if I stole it.
Ah, come on. Nobody's accusing you.
Okay, they're not saying it to my face, but they're thinking it. I mean, I walked in the hall and I got all these weird little looks.
You know, I know you didn't do it. All your friends know you didn't do it. And if there's a few goofs who don't know that, you just can't worry about them.
Yeah, I guess. But you know what the worst part is? Dylan. I mean, I honestly can't believe he took the money.
Well, of course he didn't. He's not that kind of guy.
Yeah, but on the other hand, Dave, I honestly can't be sure. And it's driving me nuts. I mean, me and Dylan have always been really good friends, right? And all of a sudden, you just can't be totally sure you can trust him.
What if he's wondering the same thing about you? Ever think of that? Look, all I'm saying is...
Thanks, Dave. Thanks a bunch. That really helps.
Bill, just hang on. Hey, you already up?
Yeah, well, more or less.
How'd you sleep?
Not so great. Nothing to do with the couch or anything. I guess I just got a few things on my mind.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm just heading off to school. You can make yourself some breakfast whenever you like. Mom and Dad have already left, so, guess you got the place to yourself.
Yeah? You better go lock up the silverware.
Come on, man.
Hey, there's lots of people who started to think I'd steal anything that wasn't nailed down.
Yeah, well, I'm not one of them.
Thanks. I guess I appreciate that. I appreciate you letting me stay here, too. But don't worry, it won't be for too long, just until I can find a place of my own.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay as long as you like.
What is it with you, anyway? You got a thing for looking after stray animals?
I'd just, hate to have to take you to the pound. Anyway, I better get going.
Hey, Matt. Have you had a chance to work things out with Ashley?
Well, not exactly. In fact, not at all.
Hey, that's really lousy.
Yeah, well, so it goes.
No, I'm serious. I mean, this may sound kind of weird considering the two of us had never exactly been friends. But, I was really sorry when I heard you guys were having problems.
Thanks. So then he gets up and walks out on me. I mean, I wasn't trying to insult him. I was just trying to make the point.
Well, you know what Billy can be like. He's kind of touchy sometimes.
Yeah, but I honestly can't blame him right now. I mean, this whole thing just stinks.
Right, exactly. So why don't we talk about something else?
I mean, Dylan gets fired, Billy and Dylan get suspected. And now to top the whole thing off, the two of them are starting to suspect each other.
Look, why are you telling me all this?
Well, because it's just so totally unfair. I mean, those guys are really good friends. Man, whoever did steal that money has a whole lot to answer for.
So what does it have to do with me? You're making it sound like I took the money.
When did I say anything like that?
You're going on and on.
Yeah, but that's only because...
Look, I don't want to hear another word about that stupid $50, okay?
Hey, how's it going?
What a stupid question.
Whoa, did someone get up on the wrong side of the bed this morning?
You know what I'm talking about. No, don't you dare just walk away. How could you do this to Dylan and Billy?
What's done is done.
No, it's not done. Because they're still left with a problem you caused.
So, let them deal with it. I mean, might even do them some good. Build their character a little.
Chris, you've got to say something.
Are you kidding?
Well, then I've got to say something. How can you expect me to keep this whole thing a secret?
Because you gave me your word, so you don't have a choice. You promised you wouldn't breathe the word to anybody.
But that's before I knew what you were going to tell me.
Well, I guess that's just your hard luck then, isn't it?
You know what I don't understand? More than anything? Why on earth did you steal the money in the first place?
Well, maybe I just felt like it.
That's it? You stole $50 from a restaurant because you felt like it?
Well, sure, why not?
Then tell me something, Chris. What sort of a person are you? Come on, I want you to answer me.
Okay, so you want to know the truth. Fine. I walked into the cafe and no one's there. So I'm starting to leave again. And that's when I see Billy over in the store trying to hustle Roxanne. I mean, I used to go out with her, right? I really cared about her. So, hey, I'm honestly not sure what happened next. All I know is I'm going over to the cash register, I'm opening it up, and I'm taking some money. And then I'm running out of there as fast as I can. None of that matters now. What matters is you made me a promise, and you're gonna keep it.
Weird morning. Totally weird. Seems every time I turn around, someone else is walking out on me. A guy could develop a complex.
Did you have garlic for breakfast or something?
No, nothing like that. Billy just got kind of mad at me, but I guess I can't really blame him. But Stacy, I mean, that was really strange.
What happened?
I was talking about Billy and Dylan, you know, the $50 and everything. And all of a sudden, she gets all upset and says she doesn't want to talk about it, and then walks out on me. I mean, it just didn't make any sense. I mean, there's a lot of times when I haven't understood Stacy, but this morning...
So guess what? I just talked to him, and he said yes.
Hey, all right. That's just great, isn't it?
What are we talking about?
I haven't told him yet. I just talked to Mr. Wallace, the soccer coach. Well, he said I could try out for the team. I'll see if I make the cut.
Hey, that is great. But doesn't he coach the boys' team?
Nothing slips past this guy, does it?
Hillside doesn't have a girls' team. So, she's going out for the guys.
You're kidding.
Why should I be?
Well, no. I didn't mean it that way. It's just...
I watched a couple of the guys' games last year. And as far as I can tell, I'm at least as good as some of them are. So, this year, I'm going to play on their team.
Wow. Sounds excellent.
Well, careful, though. Getting a tryout is great. Still, that's not quite the same as making the team.
So you don't think I can do it?
No. I didn't mean that. I mean, I think you've got a really good chance. But all I'm saying...
Hey! Just watch me.
So do you really think she can do it?
No, not really. But if it's something she wants to do, let her give it a try.
Dylan, how's things?
Well, it depends. Do you want me to say, oh, fine, or do you want me to tell you the truth?
Yeah, right.
You got a couple minutes?
Sure, I guess.
Look, we've been pretty good friends for quite a long time, so, I think we need to talk. I mean, I don't go to Hillside anymore, but I know what's going on there. Half the people think one of us stole that money.
So do you think they might be right?
No. No, I don't.
Never even crosses your mind. Great. So I'm the sort of friend who'd swipe the money and let you get fired for it.
No, of course not.
Just what sort of guy do you think I am?
I just told you I don't think you did it. Aren't you even listening to me?
But you thought about it. You wondered, and maybe you're still wondering.
Okay, so maybe I ask myself the question. Come on, can you blame me?
Of course not. Because I've been asking myself a couple questions, too. But maybe it's just a little bit convenient the way you just happened to leave the cafe for 45 minutes. It gives you a pretty nice excuse, doesn't it? You were nowhere near the place when the cash register got robbed.
You think I'd do that to you? That I'd set the whole thing up, try to set you up?
Hey, look, that came out all wrong. I didn't really know.
Yes, you did. You actually did. I don't believe this.
Hey, Dylan.
I was kind of wondering about this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Like, maybe we could get together Friday night or something?
I'd like that. I really would.
Great. Well, then,
But I just don't think it's a good idea. Matt, I spent half last night thinking about it. And I'm right back where I was. I'm really, really sorry. But if we're gonna lose each other anyway, then I think it would be better for both of us if we just started getting on with our own lives.
Well, if that's what you really want. Maybe you're right. Yeah, I guess I'll see you around.
Stace, look, I don't want to keep flogging this.
Then don't, okay?
But I just don't get it. I mean, you don't think I was actually suggesting that you were involved in that theft?
No, I know you weren't suggesting that.
Well, then how come?
Because you were wrong, Dave. Because I am involved. And that's what I can't deal with, all right?
What are you talking about? Stace?
You promise you won't tell anyone?
Well, okay, if that's what you really want.
It was Chris. He told me he did it. And then he made me promise that I wouldn't tell.
But why would Chris do that? I mean, breaking into a cash register?
I don't really know. And I honestly don't think he does either. I guess everything was going wrong for him. He saw Billy with Roxanne. And I guess he kind of snapped. He did something totally wrong and totally stupid. So what am I supposed to do?
You'll just have to do what you think is right.
And what's that supposed to be? I mean, I can't leave Billy and Dylan in this mess, but I gave Chris my promise. Are you going to tell anyone?
No, it's not up to me. It's your decision, Stace. And I know you'll do what you think is right.
So guess what? You bought yourself some new shoes? They're soccer cleats. I went home to get them because there's a tryout this afternoon. I'm going out for the soccer team. I didn't even know Hillside had a girls' soccer team. It doesn't. I'm trying out for the boys' team. Oh, yeah? Yeah. So what do you think? Sure. Makes sense. You think so? Well, soccer's a game that relies more on speed and agility than pure strength. Besides, boys and girls are still fairly evenly matched in the early teens. The big hormonal changes don't come till later. You know, boys develop a higher center of balance and greater muscle mass. Actually, you don't need to bother with the anatomy course. I'll get that when I get to college. So, hey, where were you this morning? I was here. You weren't in math class, so what happened? I thought you loved math more than anything else in the world. Oh, I've been transferred to another class. The teacher thought I was getting too far ahead, so they switched me up to the next grade. You're kidding. I'm in the same class as Russ and my sister now. That's really great.
Yes, isn't it wonderful? I'm just really looking forward to having you in the class. Sitting there in the front row, looking all precocious and brainy. It's just marvelous to have a younger brother who's so clever. Skipping a whole year in math.
I think it's great.
Yes, of course you do. We'll have to go out after school to celebrate. I'll buy you a milkshake. Maybe a new hat, too. A really big hat to fit your swelled head.
Yeah, well, Jennifer has her own special way of seeing things. So do you think she was jealous of you or something? Jealous of me? Well, the way she was acting? I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't spend a lot of time trying to understand my sister. It just makes my head hurt.
Billy?
Look, I'm kind of in a hurry.
No, wait. I was just wondering if maybe...
Sorry, but I can't help you. I don't have any news to pass on. I don't have a clue who stole the $50, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but I've got something to tell you. Something I found out yesterday. So I'd kind of like to talk to you and Dylan together.
What have you heard?
Dave called Dylan over at Matt's place. So we're going to meet him there after school.
Stacy, but...
Just be there, okay? Around 3:30.
You just don't know what it's like, trying to put up with a brother like Jason.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, come on. You saw the way he was acting in math class, sitting there with that know-it-all smirk on his face.
Well, sure, he was smiling, but that's just because he likes math.
He was smirking. I know what a smirk looks like, Russ, because my brother spends half his life wearing one. Self-satisfied little twerp.
Look, he likes school, and he's really smart. So why not just give him some credit?
Do me a favor. If you like him so much, why don't you take him home with you?
Okay, here we are. So maybe you could tell us what this is all about.
Just take it easy.
I just don't like all the secrecy, okay? So if you got something to say it.
I know who robbed the cafe. It was Chris.
How can you be so sure? I mean, that's a pretty serious accusation.
Because he told me. I don't know why. He just did.
Chris McDonald? Oh, man, and here I was thinking you were
Hey, that's okay.
No, it's not okay. You're a really good friend, and I was practically accusing you.
I was doing the same thing to you.
What sort of jerk would accuse his best friend?
Bill, it's nobody's fault, man. I mean, the way things looked.
Oh,
it was...
man. Boy, am I glad to hear that. Right, first things first.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go find our good friend Chris. And I'm gonna pound him.
Billy, don't.
After what he did to Dylan? Getting him fired?
Look, I'm not gonna make excuses for him, but the guy has been going through some pretty tough times.
Yeah, and they're just about to get a whole lot tougher.
Just hang on. I'll deal with it.
Fine, if you want to pound him instead, then I'll come watch.
No, I want to do this one alone.
Hey, come on.
Oh, I'll see you guys later. Stacy told us. She said you made a promise not to tell, but how can she keep something like that a secret? Chris, why?
Just get out of my face.
Robbing a restaurant?
So, what are you gonna do now, huh? Try and beat my head in?
No. No, I'm gonna go talk to Eddie. But not till tomorrow. I'm gonna give you a chance to talk to him first.
Ooh, big generous offer.
He's not a bad guy. If you tell him the truth and offer to pay the money back, he might not go to the police. If I were you, I'd go talk to him right now. And since you asked, no, I'm not gonna try to beat your head in.
Why not? You don't have the guts?
To tell you the truth, I just feel kind of sorry for you. I honestly do.
Your mom let me in. She said you were down here.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Kind of surprising, though. I mean, I thought we weren't supposed to be doing this anymore.
Yeah, I know. That's what we decided. Or, at least that's what I decided. But I've kind of come to another decision.
And, what's that?
This is crazy. Matt, you're moving away, and there's nothing we can do about that. And maybe there is no way we can keep a long-distance relationship going, but we'll never know that for sure unless we try. And even if it doesn't work out, that's still no reason for breaking up now. Matt, I'd really
really like to keep seeing you. I mean, if you'd still like to keep seeing me.
Chris is gonna hate me now.
Well, there's nothing you can do about that.
He's gonna think I betrayed him. And he's right. It's exactly what I did.
Stace.
I gave him my word and then I turned around and broke it.
But what else were you supposed to do? Stealing $50 from a cafe isn't exactly like telling a little white lie or something. You couldn't keep that a secret.
Chris and I were almost, like, starting to be friends.
Well, if he's any kind of friend, he won't blame you for what happened. You did the right thing, Stace. And I really admire you. Chris can think whatever he wants. But I know what you're like. You're a really good person. Maybe I've never told you that before, but it's true.
I don't know. I guess I was half hoping he'd take a swing at me so then I could hit him back, but even so, I guess I really do feel sorry for him. I mean, he's the only one who ends up a loser in this whole thing.
Do you think he'll go talk to the manager?
It's hard to say, but I hope so. Listen, I just wanted to say I appreciate it.
Appreciate what?
Well, you know, you helping me deal with all this. You know, giving me a hand like you did.
I didn't do anything.
Well, sure you did. Every time I needed to talk to someone, you were there.
Well, of course. I mean, that's what a good friend's supposed to do, right?
So, is that what we are? Just good friends?
I thought that's what we decided.
Well, actually, as far as I know, we never really decided anything. So, what do you think?
What do you think?
I think I'd like to be a little bit more than that. Like maybe a whole lot more. Look, if that was the wrong thing to say, then just forget I said it, okay?
No, that wasn't the wrong thing to say. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
So, what happens now?